A lot of people struggle with getting into a deep squat or struggle at the bottom of a squat, and they will have to use some sort of a heel lift or lifting shoes that gives them a little bit higher of a starting point for their heels. One of the exercises to address some of the contributions to these types of problems is going into the bottom of a squat and learning how to use your ankles to pull your tibias and your knees forward. So to do so, you're gonna get into your normal squat stance. For most people who struggle with these types of issues, that's gonna be a little bit wider than shoulder width and probably a little bit of your toes out. Pick whatever it is that allows you to get really deep. So then you're going to get deep into your squat. So at the very bottom, then we're gonna try to turn your toes forwards as much as you can without falling over. Then from here, I want you to think about trying to use these muscles to pull the tibias forward. So if I'm hanging out, not doing anything, that looks like this. Then when I start to pull my tibias forward, you can see my body kind of change a little bit, but I can feel the front of my ankle and the top of my foot working really hard. You're gonna ramp up to a high intensity, really pulling maybe all the way up as far as you can. We should not feel any pinching in the front of the ankle, just muscles working. And then you're gonna hold for the prescribed amount of time, maybe starting with 5 or 10 seconds. And then you're gonna ramp down and you can come out of it and reset, or you can stay in the bottom and do them from there. Now, if that exercise is too difficult and you can't get down into that position, then you can use a little bit of a support like a squat rack where we are doing the same thing. And what you want to think about here is slowly putting less weight into your hands and more weight into your ankles. So if I'm sitting here, this would be my ankles are doing nothing and my hands are holding my body weight up. If I let go, I'm gonna fall backwards because this allows me to be in more of a narrow position. Then to start the exercise, I'm gonna start using my shins to pull my knees forwards. And I'm gonna ramp that intensity up and I'm gonna feel like I can use less and less of my hands. Maybe I can't let go fully yet, but to progress this exercise, you're gonna see that you can use less and less external support. So that is a modification and something that I would recommend starting with if you can't get into the bottom of a squat at all. If you feel a lot of hip pinching or ankle pinching in this exercise, it is too progressed and you need to start restoring the fundamental movements of your joints. So you're probably gonna need an assessment, but otherwise, this is a great way to start working on the very bottom position of your squat.